Trump has a new enemy. Not China this time. Not Mexico.
No.
Not Europe's cheese.
No.
This week, it's India.
Yes.
Yes, the world's largest democracy, slapped with tariffs up to 50%. Why? Because India buys Russian oil. Trump's message is clear. If you drink Putin's vodka, don't expect free refills at McDonald's. Welcome to Pastcast, where the past echoes through the present. So how does Modi respond? By standing tall, like a Bollywood hero in a climax scene. He tells Trump, "I'm a wall. Nothing touches my farmers, my fishermen, or my cattle rearers." Translation, tariff me all you want. My mustache doesn't flinch. Indians at home cheer. Cheap fuel, strong leader, sovereignty intact. Because nothing wins votes like telling America to buzz off. Here's the real story. Russia supplies over 1/3 of India's oil. It's cheap. It keeps inflation down. For India's 1.4 billion citizens, that means petrol that doesn't burn a hole in their wallets. So Modi can either bow to Trump or keep Moscow's oil flowing and his voters happy. Guess which one he chose? So, New Delhi hits back. Not with nukes, not with drones, but by pausing U.S. defense deals. Forget the Stryker vehicles, forget the Boeing jets. If America wants to play tariff hardball, India's not buying your toys. It's the geopolitical version of, you raised my rent? Fine, I'm canceling my Netflix. Here's the twist. Even Washington can't agree. Some Democrats call the tariffs misdirected. Think tanks call it Trump's biggest foreign policy blunder. But Trump? He calls it great progress.
Great!
Because in Trump world, any fight he starts is automatically a victory. And then there's Europe. On one hand, they hate India's oil shopping spree with Russia. On the other, they're desperate to sign a trade deal with Delhi by December. It's like calling someone a cheater, then asking them to be your prom date. And the EU's latest move? Banning fuels refined from Russian crude. Which, fun fact, India has been quietly selling back to them. Europe's basically drinking Russian oil, with an Indian label slapped on the bottle. Domestically, Modi turns this into pure gold. Every tariff becomes proof he's protecting sovereignty. Every barrel of Russian oil becomes a patriotic act. The message to voters is simple. I'll pay a heavy price for India's independence, and you'll pay less at the gas pump. Try campaigning against that. Here's the triangle of madness. US wants loyalty. India wants cheap oil. Russia wants survival. But the more Trump pushes, the closer Delhi hugs Moscow. And in the shadows, Beijing smiles. Because nothing makes China happier than America, fighting with India instead of teaming up against it. Let's zoom out. India exports about 18% out of its goods to the US. Textiles, pharma, IT-enabled services. Tariffs hurt, yes. But services, India's crown jewel, aren't targeted. So the 50% tariff shock may really hit only a slice of exports. Painful, but not fatal. It's like being fined for parking in the wrong spot. Annoying, not bankruptcy. Meanwhile, Modi's not sitting idle. Deals with the UK, EU, ASEAN, Oman, all in the pipeline. If America shuts one door, Modi opens 5 more. That's not just strategy. That's jugaad. The Indian art of fixing anything with duct tape and diplomacy. So what happens next? If Trump backs down, he looks weak. If Modi caves, he looks sold out. If neither moves, both economies take a hit. But here's the irony. The US still needs India to counter China. So even as Trump throws punches, he can't afford to knock Modi out. It's less boxing match, more WWE drama. Scripted, but with real bruises. So why isn't Modi afraid of US tariffs? Because he knows 3 things. First, India's too big to bully. Second, cheap oil buys political survival. Third, and when the US and Russia and India fight, Europe eventually pays the bill. The real gamble? Whether this trade war ends with handshakes, or with India, the US, and Russia all pulling China closer into the ring. When the world's largest democracy collides with the world's loudest democracy, the winner isn't decided by tariffs, but by who blinks first. Thank you for watching Pastcast, where the past echoes through today. If you enjoyed the satire, scrolls, and scandals, like, subscribe, and ring the bell before the next empire falls.